Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But I guarantee we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm your host, Jim.
And I'm Nate Dogg. And we might get this right one day. Was that even close?
Well, you just use the same word I use, guarantee.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to say?
Whatever you want to say, but
Oh,
guarantee, you don't want to repeat me. That
well,
sounds silly.
so then it was right. I'm good.
Well, maybe you could say I promise,
Oh, I
or
promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I mean, if you like guarantee, I could try to say promise. I mean, I don't know. We just don't want to be redundant.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways,
Next year or so, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about
yeah.
it.
Anyways, yeah, we got plenty of time to practice because we're gonna keep bringing these opinions. Why? You know what I mean? Because why are opinions important, Nate? Let's just get this out the way.
Because you're like assholes. Everybody got one. Oh. Because we're just average veterans who've been around the world and we know everything.
Well, you know what? Yes, I mean, and the thing that holds that true is what we've never been what.
We've never been fact checked.
Yes, and I will tell you, there are people without buttholes. You know that, right?
And you lost it already.
Oh, damn. But there are people with, we're cut off with waste. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about headlines because we're going to do another War Room episode because it happens to be our favorites where we bring up headlines from the mainstream media or other sites now that are taking over the mainstream media. And we'll talk about them from our perspective, whether we've read the article or not. Chances are we haven't. But we will give you our opinions because we know you probably haven't read it either, and you need someone to tell you the story and what to believe.
And we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you. On to the first one.
First headline: Majority of United States faces elevated risk of summer power blackouts. All right, I already broke it, so.
Was that by the electrical authority is telling us that they already know we're gonna have blackouts?
I don't know. It's your story. You tell it.
That ain't my story. That's their headline. I just make shit up.
Well, I mean, the majority of the United States. What's the majority?
51%.
6 states. Like
51%.
so. You know, what I mean, like what? I don't know what that means, but why would this surprise you anyway?
It doesn't at all. It's just a way to scare the public. Way to scare the public.
Sure, but I mean, it could be legit, right? Because all the windmills stop turning and all the solar gets blocked by things. You know, I mean, it could be legit, right? Because we're cutting back on oil.
I don't think a majority of the United States is solar and wind powered. So I'm gonna say that fact is not true. I'm gonna fact check that one.
I didn't say they were,
I'm just saying.
but the majority of the blackouts might be.
Well, the majority of the blackouts might be because of that reason, but not majority of the United States.
Well, you don't know what the majority is. It could all be like North Dakota and Montana and Alaska and.
That would still not be a majority of the United States.
All right, whatever, dude. You never know.
I
You
am
don't
reading
know.
I am reading the headline and making stuff up as I see fit.
Well, they're elevated risk. What does that mean? It means
Uh,
1% higher.
Higher than non-elevated? Higher than normal?
And what's a
Uh,
blackout?
I'm
Is it a
gonna
30-second blackout? Is it a 3-day blackout? Like, what is it?
I'm gonna make a bet that I don't lose electricity this summer.
Well, that's because you're in the other 49%.
Good. That's where I want to be.
And you live in the state where Joe Biden lives. So,
Oh, they're definitely not turning power off here.
yeah, no, they're not going to turn that off.
Mm-mm.
So either way, that's why I said, dude,
They might want to though.
Well, if the power goes off, it ain't from the government. It's going to be the precursor to a raid. So, yeah, well, whatever. No surprise. Go get your solar panels and wind turbines. You ready for the next one? Because, like, I don't know what else to say about this. Not sure I know what to say about this either, but UC Berkeley holds segregated graduation for black students.
We gotta get rid of racism. We gotta get rid of racism. We can't have racism. We can't have racism. Oh, let's be racist. Here we go. I mean, let's just roll back to time. Who's falling for this shit? Well, it's UC Berkeley. Okay, California. UC Berkeley's total liberal. It's out of whack there anyway. So
Yeah, but how do they not even see the hypocrisy of their own argument?
because
Like,
they're
how do
stupid.
they not see that?
I'm gonna use your word because people are stupid.
I mean, are they really that stupid? Like,
Obviously.
like, I mean, they push for all this diversity, inclusion, all this stuff, and then the very first chance they get, they're segregating people.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of okay with this because graduations are boring anyway. So this sped up graduation because they just took some people out of the graduation. So now they're both shorter graduations, and you don't got to sit there as long and be as bored.
Right. Well, you're assuming that is just the one graduation they go to. Maybe they just segregated them, and then they're all allowed to go to one, but then they
Oh, they all went
separate.
to
So
all the other ones.
they might have extra graduations.
They just had a black graduation, and then they were allowed to go to the regular graduations too.
Right.
True.
You just don't know. That
Well,
could be
that's
the
not the way.
case.
That's not the way I read the headline. So I will make it up the way I want to make
Okay.
it
Yeah,
up. Okay.
you're probably right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to fact check you here because you're right. Because it makes sense. If you're going to be stupid, just go all the way stupid, right?
Why not?
I mean, what are they going to do next? Like
Well, no, that would be all the way stupid if you hold a graduation just for black kids, but allow them to attend the other graduations, but not have just a white graduation. Yeah, yeah, they're probably that stupid.
Well, what do you do for the mulattoes and the halves and the
They can choose. They can choose what they are.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like genders. Do we have like 50 graduations?
Whatever they identify as.
Like, wouldn't that be like, couldn't that be cool? Like, you almost put it on like a turnstile, like a lazy Susan thing. Like, okay, and you rotate. Okay, this is the Asian grad. Okay, this is like you just show up and you get to see whichever one you want. Like, or you have to scan your skin tone and they determine what race you are. Oh, you get to go that one. Like, wouldn't that be great? Like, isn't that like segregation? Like, isn't that what we want, right? Or that they want?
It's what they're getting around to over there in UC Berkeley, looks like.
It's just the stupidest stuff, man. Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're hiring all these diversity people. They want representation. They want all this stuff, and then they go and do something like this that is blatantly racist and
it has no diversity.
Yeah, ridiculous, right? So I mean, this is to the point where this is what I think makes people mad. You know what I mean? It's not that it's like the whole feminist movement, right? It's not that women want freedoms, right? Because they got them all anyway. It's not that, races want freedoms. It's what they want: retribution. They want you to suffer what they suffered or they think they suffered. That's what they want. It doesn't make any sense. And it's not even the people that actually did anything.
Well, I think white people should get retribution for having been living in caves back in the day. They made us live in caves. We were cavemen back then, so we should get paid for being cavemen. How far back you want to go?
I'm just telling you, dude. The stuff they did to Jesus Christ, like I am totally like, I should be reimbursed for that stuff because I mean, you think of the miracles he could have done if the Romans hadn't put him up like that. I want reparations for that because think about where we could be today if they hadn't hung him on the cross. Come on, man. It's just stupid stuff. You know what I mean? That's why we have laws. That's why we have, sentences and courts and stuff. Because if you do something wrong, you go to court. You get arrested if you break a law, you go to court. Then you pay your punishment. Why would you pay punishment for something you didn't even do? Like, why would you do that?
Because the government says so.
No, even if let's say, for example, let's say you're a white guy, right? And then you created a whole bunch of riots, right? And then you go into a store and you steal a TV that's not yours, right? I mean, that's somebody else's property. So does the store get reparations?
Yeah,
because you took something from them.
Insurance is going to pay for it.
Wait, but you literally have somebody else's possessions and you don't have to pay reparations? Like you just stole somebody's TV.
That's okay. Those aren't riots. They're peaceful protests. Get that shit right, Jim. Come on.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm tired of it. Anyways, whatever.
All right. If you're tired of it, stuff. I'm tired of it too.
California can fall into the ocean and I can care less. Matter of fact, they are, right? Isn't that what global warming is about?
Oh, they're doing that 20, 30 years ago, weren't they? Yeah. Another earthquake in California is going to break off.
Right, and all these forest fires. Oh, these forests.
Why are they still here?
Forest fires, because people move into the forest where all the fires used to happen. So now there's more people. Oh, come on, man. Anyways, let's move on to Mr. Zuckerberg because he's one to behold. Mark Zuckerberg's fortune grew 44 billion this year, most among billionaires.
He's doing something right. Good for him. Can't complain about that, right?
Right. Yep. I bet you it's all those investments he's making.
Has to be.
Yeah.
It sounds like about a lot of money they got sent to Ukraine too. One of it's going back in his pockets.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, if people don't start looking and following the money, I mean, come on. We know man is slave to money. We know that. Most people are slave to money. You know what I mean? Like, just follow the dang money. And it surprises me because look at like that basketball player. I don't follow basketball. The guy who got in trouble with the gun again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at guys like that. They said something like he had a $200 million contract.
Oh yeah, he was one of the best ones in NBA. But
like, dude, if you gave me $200 million,
not the
you know what I
smartest.
mean? If you gave me $200 million, which any one of you viewers can do, right?
I'm
Just
willing. Yeah, me too.
like I would still bring this content, but you bet your butt I wouldn't be doing things stupid with that. I mean, there's no way. That's retirement money. I'd be retired, enjoying life. They'd be delivering my food, cooking for me, doing all that stuff. I wouldn't be out flashing guns and like that's stupid stuff. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
And twice within a couple months.
Right? I mean,
oh, well, I'm so sorry. No, you're not. You did it again, dumbass.
right? It's crazy, dude. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure people who have money want to start spending it on things or doing crazy, outrageous things. Or, I mean, look at Bill Gates, right? We already talked about him, but look at him with his money. He's got so much money. He's just doing crazy stuff now. Probably cloning people. So I get that. You want to do exciting things. Well, if it went for like people like Elon Musk, trying to go to space, like that's cool stuff. Not childish stuff that, I don't know. Whatever, man. You got me in one of those moods now.
Okay, we'll move on then. Since you
Yeah.
like you like 3-letter agencies, right?
Yeah, let's get to really prime. Yeah, good stuff. FBI refusing to provide subpoenaed document exposing alleged criminal Biden scheme.
And this is where it all comes back to going after presidents. You went after Trump. Now they're going after Biden. Where's it going to stop? Just
Right, but it's going to stop
come
because
on.
what? No one is above the law except us. But no one is above the law. You know what I mean? Like it's just come on.
And it's never. Government got way too big. They got way too corrupt. It's never going to happen. It's garbage until there's a insurrection when the American people get rid of everybody down there and start it all over again. It's going to continue to get more corrupt the longer we let it happen.
Well, I mean, what does this imply to you, though? If you read this headline, what does this imply? It implies two things, right?
One, how can the FBI refuse?
Well, right. Well, what's the reason they're refusing? Why would the FBI refuse?
Because someone from Biden's camp told them to.
Well, right. Well, they're hiding something clearly, right?
Oh yeah.
What's the purpose of refusing the documentation that's been subpoenaed? You know what I mean? So you can assume that either the FBI is incriminated in this documentation, or you can assume that somebody higher up in the FBI is going to lose something very valuable if Biden goes down. It doesn't mean that they're guilty of some criminal thing, but maybe they're being paid and their job is on the line if Biden goes down, or it doesn't look good on the FBI. It doesn't have to be criminal, right? But somebody's losing something.
They should then.
Because if this was Trump, the FBI would be all over it. I mean, just like, bring it back to the Epstein stuff. Just if Epstein's computer was so valuable and important, when the FBI went and took it, why didn't they release it? Why didn't they? Because they have to sift through it and see what's going to hurt them first.
Oh yeah, of course.
And this stuff is obvious. You're not playing with integrity. These people have no integrity. I understand protecting national secrets because they might harm us, but
they haven't for years.
But isn't that sad? Because like when you got in the military, didn't they ask you a whole series of questions? When you became a military police, it was a lot harder to be an MP because they wanted people of integrity.
Yeah, but I wasn't appointed by a president and could hide stuff, and no one's going to prosecute me.
Right, but I mean, just look at the general population, right? You got a whole bunch of people up in arms because they think the police are out hunting black people, right? So they're thinking the cops have no integrity. But yet your very politicians, the very people you vote for, are clearly displaying no integrity. So when you watch these politicians go back and forth, well, we want to defund the police, but you want to defund the federal investigators. They all may be out of integrity, but let's stop with the names and just start the people.
The news those people are watching, they're not going to see this on it.
Right.
You got this from a right-wing source, obviously.
Right. They probably don't even know that the FBI is not turning anything. Their article probably says something like, Congress is asking for documents that are protected by, presidential something, or Republicans insist on seeing confidential. It probably says something stupid like that, right?
Well, you know what? They all have clearances, and they all have the right to know. So,
right, and it's not a hard thing. They don't. I mean, you could just go into Biden's garage if you want to read half the classified stuff, but I mean, if it's not Ukraine, you might have to go into a skiff or something.
Or Pence's or Trump's, but it's okay.
Yeah, right. Well, let's be real. All the presidents do it. But I think I know what Trump took home was stuff that he knew he was going to have to pull out in his pocket later on when they tried to cover crap up. So I think Trump did take some stuff, but I think his was to defend himself or expose something.
And that's not what the media told me.
Oh, well, they're probably right. Yeah, I get it. No doubt. So let's move on. We're a bunch of sheeple.
Oh, I think that was 4 this time. I think I got them all. So
yeah, I think you did too. So maybe next time I'll find 5 and then trip you up. You'll be like, oh, wait a minute. I can't even get the intro down. Why are you changing the number of headlines? But so anyways, yeah, thanks again, Nate, for being here. Thank you all for tuning in, watching us, sharing, liking, subscribing, all that fun stuff, donating to the Poor Veterans Fund.
That's me and you.
Yeah, I mean, because free stuff is hard to make free when you're making it free. You know what I mean? So let's actually it's not free. Let's be real. This is not free, but it is relatively inexpensive because we don't put a lot of effort into it as far as some of these guys do. But it's fun, and we want you to be part of that fun, whether you're listening to us or you're a veteran and you get on the show, or like we said before, even if you support veterans and you have something to offer, we'll gladly get you on the show and we'll promote whatever it is you do. Just reach out. Go to our website that's listed in the bottom. And if for some reason you go there and it's not working, I'm going to blame Ryan. But let us know, and then, in the chat and whatever here, and then we'll fix it because we just don't have time to check on that because we're reading a whole bunch of articles for you.
And until then.
So until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.